EPA, fish oil, and not omega-3s in general, because that would also include linoleic acid. Linoleic acid. I don't want you getting that, and I don't want flax either. And it was part of a crew that undertook some rather rigorous and detailed clinical investigations, experimentation with elite athletes in essential activated acid supplementation, and we fucked up a lot of good athletes with it.
Ooh, lots of greens. You probably have a great engine and love a good chipper.
Single meal at Chipotle contains 3 tablespoons of seed oils.
You may have missed your chance to win free Chipotle.
What can we say? We're fans of Chipotle.
They are giving away nearly 10,000 free entrees during our show.
You must love double unders then.
Can you tell me what kind of oil the meat is cooked in? Rice bran oil? Okay. To get this amount of oil from rice, you would need 24 cups of brown rice. This is why seed oils are completely evolutionarily inconsistent for humans. These oils are very high in linoleic acid.
Linoleic acid, I don't want you getting that.
And omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acid that wreaks havoc in your body, in your cell membranes, in your mitochondria. Humans would never have gotten this much linoleic acid.
I don't want you getting that.
Evolutionarily, we would never have eaten 24 cups of brown rice in a day, but now you can easily get 3 tablespoons of rice bran oil in your burrito or burrito bowl at Chipotle.
Large chips? Delicious! Do you eat them in your burrito bowl as nachos?
And no one is thinking about how harmful these seed oils are in their bodies.
And we fucked up a lot of good athletes with it.
The announcement of 23.2 is presented by Chipotle, and they are giving away nearly 10,000 free entrees during our show.
What the shitter? You must be a saint and have great air squats.
You gotta know what the restaurants you're eating at are cooking in. Things like canola, sunflower, safflower, soybean, grapeseed, or rice bran oils. Get these oils out of your diet completely.
Text OPEN 491 to 888-22.
Are you a fan of DT or heavy DT?
To receive a buy one, get one entree.
Nice choice. Simple, elegant. You probably have a great friend time.
Yo, the yo came later because I wanted all of that to preface what I'm about to say, because maybe you'll get it there and then you'll understand where I'm going with this.
What the shitter? You must be a saint and have great air squats.
It's day 365, and I'm putting up a second video today. And in other days, there might have been the handcuffs. I'm doing a video today. Now, I can do 2 videos a day. I can put as many videos a day as I want up, and this is my most important. There's no coincidence that this is day number 365.
It's fate that today is the 4th of July, and you will once again be fighting for our freedom.
And this is the topic that's swirling around in my head because it shows you that CrossFit has truly lost itself. This isn't the CrossFit Games, this is CrossFit the methodology. You might not get it. Do you not get it yet? I'm gonna do my best to explain, and I don't expect you guys to know this. That's why I'm making these videos. And remember, I don't know shit about fuck.
I don't know shit about fuck.
I do think that sometimes I know what is behind the scenes to a degree, at least I hope so, or I'll at least talk about for you guys to hear. The thing that I don't expect you guys to know is everything that people have said everywhere, but that is my God-given gift. Everyone wants to know, how do you remember that part from that movie? It's within milliseconds of the time in which it had actually happened in whatever movie it happens, and I don't know.
I don't know.
But that happens sometimes with lectures. It happens sometimes. It's just a photographic stupid memory, they call it. I don't know. It only happens with things that I care about, though. So if it's information that doesn't mean anything to me, it just goes in one ear and out the other. Whatever. Fuck it. But with this one right here, I remembered hearing about this, which makes for great video content. You got Greg Glassman talking about linoleic acid.
And not omega-3s in general, because that would also include linoleic acid. Linoleic acid, I don't want you getting that, and I don't want flax either.
And then, perfect timing, freaking Paul Saladino, the guy who can resonate with everybody present day, goes into these restaurants and asks things such as, hey, what are you cooking with?
Can you tell me what kind of oil the meat is cooked in? Rice bran oil? These oils are very high in linoleic acid.
And he's cooking with rice oil, which is what? Linoleic acid. Where does that come from? Brown rice. How much brown rice? A shitload of brown rice.
24 cups of brown rice in a day.
Is brown rice bad for you? Yeah, Andrew, where did you hear that? Well, another lecture. I don't have a video on it because I was in attendance of the Power Athlete Conference in, 2014? That's CrossFit football. I mean, it was CrossFit football, then it was Power Athlete. Now I don't think think it's around anymore, but that's ran by John freaking Wellborn, who at that time I think was buddy-buddy with Greg Glassman. I don't know that for sure, but John Wellborn is a big motherfucker, and Luke Summers is the one who was given the presentation on it, and the gist of that conversation was, if you are going to be eating a bunch of bad fats, you know, what would that look like? Freaking linoleic acid. If you eat a bunch of that, you're gonna have to counteract that with good fats. Eat a piece of salmon, omega-3s, and I think he calls them something.
That's EPA, fish oil.
EAs or something. There is some good supplement to take to counteract the fats, but there's a perfect harmony of fats to be eating in your body. And conventional wisdom says if you eat fat, you'll get fat. But no, that's not really the case. It's if you eat a whole bunch of bad fat, it's going to be bad for you in general. And then if you eat a bunch of good fat, like avocados and freaking beef with all the fat in it from animal fat, that's going to be good, but only if you get that from grass-fed. And grass-fed fats are different than other fats. And now I'm just talking out of my butt for a while, and I know that I'm gonna get my freaking ass eaten out in the comments section about this stuff because I don't know shit about fuck.
I don't know shit about fuck.
You're not a scientist. You didn't go for school for this.
Is that what you think? You think?
I kind of went to school for this, but not really, because it was a while ago and it's been a decade since I graduated. But we do have evidence here of Greg Glassman saying,
not omega-3s in general, because that would also include linoleic acid, and I don't want you getting that, and I don't want flax either.
Linoleic acid is not what we want because it's going to be deteriorative to the elite athletes, and it's also something that trickles down everywhere. If you can avoid it, you should avoid it. It is definitely not something that we're going to advocate that you eat, and that was during the reign of Greg Glassman. And I know this. It's sitting up here. Every single opportunity I've ever had. When I ran the affiliate, I had 150 members. They would see me eating Chipotle and they go, "What are you doing that for?" And I go, "Well, I am poor as shit and I need to eat a bunch of rice. I need the carbs." And to be fair, it's like triple white rice. Why do you get white rice? Brown rice is better for you, isn't it? Like, no. What you learn is that there's a sheath that sits over the brown rice, and that's what Paul Saladino's talking about. That little sheath, when it's broken down and you cook with it, it's the freaking seed oils that we hear about. Don't eat seed oil, don't eat this, don't eat that. But why? And I can hear it now. There's people here who don't get it. They saw that first part, they don't know where I'm going with this, and they're gonna say, what's wrong? They're the same people who said, what's wrong with Monster and the CrossFit Games?
22.2 announcement is sponsored by Monster Hydro.
I also understand that. We have all of this hubbub about not paying the athletes because we're trying to do everything the right way. Monster is an energy drink, and they have off-brands which are now sports drinks, and you get it, and it's the CrossFit Games, which is different than CrossFit the methodology. Those are trying to find the fittest on earth. That's what the CrossFit Games does. That's why they have their own Instagram page. And then we've got CrossFit the methodology, which has 1 million followers on Instagram. That is what we're talking about right here. If the CrossFit Games was affiliated with Chipotle, fuck it, whatever, cool, move on. The big deal becomes when CrossFit is now the one promoting Chipotle, because what you'll hear is the founder, the guy who created the entire thing, everything that is important to what we all believe in. He'll have him saying right there, linoleic acid bad. You've got Paul Saladino saying linoleic acid bad. What does Chipotle cook with?
Can you tell me what kind of oil the meat is cooked in? Rice bran oil? These oils are very high in linoleic acid.
Linoleic acid. And then you, on the CrossFit Games homepage, no freaking joke, having Chipotle. What's your favorite bowl? What do you eat? Hey guys, you community, everyone, 1 million of you, what is it that you get when you go to Chipotle and you can't make it up? And it means that there's absolutely no guidance at the top. It means that they don't know what the fuck CrossFit is. It's like when you have jaundice, your eyes are yellow. Does it mean your liver's got something wrong with it? There's something high, some level high, but it's just a freaking symptom of the problem. We see that nobody can load the weights at 23.1. We see that nobody knows how to do a thruster, and then they're missing things left, right, and you see the video about me and the weights. Hey, everyone needs a 45-pound bar, 35, which is not kilograms any longer. Those are separate videos. They're symptoms of a bigger issue. This is the issue. This is it. There is no guiding light. There is no leadership. I saw Don fall last week, and if this had been in the world, I wouldn't have asked him about his 23.1 repeat. I would have been like, dude,
what does mine say?
Aren't you the guy that oversees this stuff? It doesn't at some point Chipotle have to cross your desk and say, sure, Chipotle. That's where Greg would have been in my stupid idiot brain. I would have thought Greg Glassman gets approached by Chipotle. Hey, we'll give you $10 million if you promote us on both the CrossFit Games site and the CrossFit site. And I think that Greg Glassman would have said, fuck you to both of those. And there's a part of me that now understands that if it's the CrossFit Games and it's the CrossFit and it's all CrossFit and you want to text 4 times to get a free entree.
Text OPEN491 to 8 to receive a buy one, get one entree.
And maybe if you win the workout, you get free entrees for a year, whatever, because I was in that boat. I was the poor motherfucker at the freaking CrossFit affiliate who ate Chipotle twice a day, and I get it. And there are very few people on this planet that I think have actually had more Chipotle than I have. I'm like the freaking dude who ate McDonald's for a month. Like, this body was powered by Chipotle at one point, and that's not something I'm proud of, but it's also something where when I was asked by my members, the one time that I owned an affiliate, 150 people, they'd hear about me eating Chipotle all the freaking time. They'd go, is that good? Should I do that? Is that how you look that way and perform that way? That's what I want. And every single time I would say, hell no, this isn't what you want to do. Sometimes it's what you need to do, but this is also me rationalizing it. And I'm rationalizing behind the thing of that I'm poor. And maybe there should have just been a world in which I would have made more money to get the correct food so that I didn't have to eat that shit food. Because I know deep down that it's not good for me. And it's definitely not gonna be what I preach to the people who are coming to me for guidance, which is what CrossFit the methodology is supposed to do. It starts at the top, and then you have this thing where you can now speak to all these people, and that is the Instagram page. It's supposed to be the guiding light for these people. And now, who knows how many people you've affected by putting that on your homepage on Instagram. Not the games page, the black dot with the white letters in it. CrossFit, 1 million followers. You've got freaking coaches like me and 11,000 affiliates everywhere, and I'm thinking that just about everyone is on my page as well. They would have that conversation where someone would come up and they'd go, don't eat that unless you absolutely have to. You're doing a cross-country trip and there's a Chipotle there and you want to eat rice, and never get the brown rice. Never ever get the brown rice for the freaking 4-minute tirade that I went on at the beginning of this thing. Get the white rice because it doesn't have that sheath on it. But as you just heard Paul say, they cook everything in that freaking rice oil, so you shouldn't have any of it. But it's always better to eat something than nothing, and that's an opinion of mine. So sometimes I'll even stop at McDonald's and I'll get 2 sausage and egg McMuffins, and I'll eat the sausage and the egg out of the middle, and that's kind of my go-to. And water. But what the freaking world doesn't understand, and what people who aren't going to understand what I'm trying to say here, is that the other night we got off of a plane and we got off at 1 a.m. We landed in Arizona to go to the Broken Science thing with Greg Glassman presenting. By the time we got in the rental car, it was 3 a.m. and Alexis was hungry. So you know what I decided to do? There's no place to get food unless you want to go to a McDonald's. And
oh, thanks. I've been dying for one of these.
And I go, maybe they've got breakfast, and we're sitting in this line 30 minutes deep. And you're thinking, wow, a lot of people really want McDonald's. What's going on? We roll up to the window and I'm ready to order my sausage and egg McMuffins because that's what I told you that I'll do in a pinch. And that's also what she was going to do. She's kind of jumped aboard that thing. And while it's not ideal, it's better than not having had anything, which we hadn't, because we're not going to eat airport food. We're not going to eat the snacks on the airplane. You're going to drink water and then eat what's best when it becomes available. And we roll up to the window and they go, all we have are fries and drinks.
Where's my drink?
What drink?
And I'm like, what?
My drink?
We sat in this line for 30 minutes and all you have are fries and drinks?
Didn't you ever once think of the customer?
This line was 30 minutes long with people all waiting for fries and drinks.
How am I supposed to eat this pizza without my drink?
I get out of my car. My testosterone-riddled self gets out of the car and I go, hey guys, just so you all know, you guys who have also been waiting here for 30 minutes, I want you to know that there's only fries and drinks here. You should all get off. And this drive-thru, by the way, it's one of those where you can't get out. So I'm like, guys, we want to get out of here. We don't want to wait here any longer. Is there any way we can get out? So we finagled our way out, and then everyone else just sat in the line because they were looking for whatever was most simple. They wanted fries and drinks. That's all that was available, and they sat there. And this is just one example of 1,000 different examples in my life where I'll see that people don't know what they don't know. Perhaps they didn't know what only fries and drinks meant. Probably they thought that I was some drunk or high or whatever dude getting out of a giant fucking Suburban, because that was my rental car when I was in Arizona. Hey guys, unless you only want fries and drinks, stay, but when they're only given one option, that's what they're going to get. And here, CrossFit's telling you that the option is Chipotle. And then they're even freaking blasting in the comment section with stuff such as,
we love chips and guac, you clearly have great taste.
What's your favorite bowl? Oh yeah, that's great. You must love double unders. Becky Harsh, the person who doesn't know how to load a fucking barbell or know how to judge a thruster. You must love double unders because you double the rice. Oh, you must love handstand push-ups for whatever the fuck reason that means. But again, that's coming from the game site. You get it. The whole deal here is you've got no guidance. You've got no one there. You've got nothing anymore. You are no longer what we believe in. There is nothing to look forward to at this point. There is
We will be united in our common interest. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist.
I took my shirt off because it got hot. I was so frustrated just listening to this stuff. I'm like, oh my fucking God. And as I said, there's no coincidence that it's been 365 days of consecutive videos, and this is the day I want to put up 2.
It is the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night.
I'm kind of at a loss for words. If you take today and you put it to this time next year and you say, hey Andrew, sign up for the Open. Well, number 1, I fucking can't. Number 2, I've got some people here who want to hear the things I have to say about whatever I need to say about it.
We're going to survive.
This year I said sign up for the CrossFit Open. Next year I'm going to say go fuck yourself. Andrew Hiller, out.